For latest astrology videos, subscribe AstroEdify channel and press this bell icon to get notified when a new video goes live. Hello everybody, welcome to AstroEdify. Today we are going to talk about Jupiter in the 7th house. What kind of general results we can see if Jupiter is placed in 7th. We are going to talk about two situations. One, if Jupiter is well placed, making good combinations, then what kind of results, and second, if it is badly placed, afflicted, then what kind of results. So let's start this video. If you want to book a consultation for yourself, you can go on this website. The link is in the description. So we are going to talk about Jupiter in 7th. Now see that 7th house is one of a difficult and uncomfortable house for Jupiter in general. So in this case, we have to analyze Jupiter in 7th quite closely. No matter what sign it is sitting, we'll talk about the results in detail. But why it is such a situation where Jupiter feels naturally uncomfortable? 6th house and 7th house. These are the two situations where Jupiter is not feeling really good. And you have to look closely how it is placed in these two houses. So 6th house I have already covered. But in this case, why it is not considered a good situation for Jupiter? Because here Jupiter tends to lose its directional strength. And at the same time, see, in the Lagna, in the first house, Jupiter and Mercury gain the directional strength. In 7th house, Jupiter does not feel very comfortable because it is losing it. And the main logic behind is that see, the Lagna, the first house, 5th house, 9th house, these are the part of Dharma Trikona. These means the trine of knowledge, wisdom, education, learning, Dharma. Dharma means your morals, ethics, principles, belief system, ideology, spirituality, religion, culture, teachers, all those things. So Jupiter feels really comfortable and is really good in these houses. But 7th house is not a house of these things, because 7th house is Kama Trikona. Kama Trikona means trine of material world. So trine of material world means it is the part which deals with business, society, marriage, legal partnerships, forced material duties. And it is Marakisthan also, means it is a malefic house. It is the house of commerce and trade. And it is the house where the material world comes into existence. And it is more driven towards earning money, fulfilling your base material desires of luxuries and your wealth and power and position and business prospects and all those things. And Jupiter does not care about these things. Jupiter means it forces or it motivates the person to move towards self-realization, self-acceptance, and spiritual awareness. That is what is the goal of Jupiter. But here, that is why in 7th house it does not feel really comfortable. So if Jupiter is badly placed in this situation, it has capacity to give many negative results, which we are going to talk about in detail. But it, again, you have to look out very closely that how it is situated in 7th, what kind of combinations it is making. Okay. And even if it is well placed, I have seen many times, even if it is well placed, let's suppose even exalted Jupiter is in 7th house, still it is going to be creating troubles in life, particularly marital life. It is not considered really good for that. People think that, okay, Jupiter is a good planet, it must be protecting it. No, it doesn't. It tends to throw challenges in life. You have to see how it is placed in general. But that is what I'm talking about, that 6th house and 7th house are two situations for Jupiter where even if it is really well placed, still it will bring challenges, troubles, difficulties in life. What areas? That depends on the chart. Now we are going to talk about the good situation first. The first good situation means that Jupiter is own sign, friendly signs, exaltation sign, and it is making yoga with the Kendra or Trikona lords in the 7th house. And at the same time, the zodiac sign in which it is sitting, the lord of that sign is well placed. And Lagna lord, sun and moon, 9th house and 9th lord, they must be well placed, or they are making good situations. Lagna lord, sun and moon, I have repetitively said in the past that they control the fundamental inherent strength of the chart. If they are going down, they are not well placed, don't bother looking at other planets, because they are going to lose their potential. So if sun, moon and Lagna lord, they are you, they are the personality, they are the body, they are the mind, they are everything. So if they are going down, other planets, no matter how well placed or exalted they are, they cannot give that much expected results what you think, because the chart is losing the strength. So potential loss is happening, strength loss is happening. Hence, I'm not talking about Jupiter only. Any planet whatsoever, you must check Lagna Lord, Sun and Moon, how they are. If they are not strong, the entire strength of the chart goes down. So if the better they are, the more well placed they are, Jupiter in 7th house can bring good results as well, that we are going to talk. And for Jupiter specifically, we also see 9th house and 9th lord. 9th house, 9th lord are dharma. That is what Jupiter represents. So Jupiter and 9th house are same thing. And when I say dharma, dharma does not mean religion. Dharma means morals, ethics, ideologies, belief systems, or code of conduct which you make it for yourself. That is Jupiter. That is 9th house. So for Jupiter, you need to consider that. Now, in 7th house, as I mentioned, if it is well placed and receiving support from other planets, then it can give quite brilliant results, not always the bad, but what kind of good results we can see. First thing, it can enhance the aspect of dharma. So dharma means the part which deals with morals, ethics, virtues, duty, responsibility, self-acceptance, commitment, sincerity, law abidance, fulfillment of following your own ideology and belief system which you have set for yourself. That is dharma. Compassion, humanity, empathy, serving people, ability to sacrifice, that is dharma. So Jupiter enhances those qualities as well. The more it is strong, the more other planets support, the more this situation can be seen. For this, you also need to check the condition of Saturn, because Saturn is the follower of the dharma. Jupiter makes the dharma, Saturn implements it. So you also have to see it. Now, it also gives a strong sense of belief and right and wrong. It makes person just, honest, try to apply their beliefs and ideas for the betterment of society, because 7th house is society, other people. And I'm not saying that always it's going to be in a big capacity. No, in any capacity what you do. Let's suppose you are working in some hospital and you are helping patients, or you are working in any capacity, big or small. You are helping some people in some capacity, in any way possible. That is 7th house aspect of good Jupiter, which we can see. Then it also, Jupiter also, if it is well placed, then it gives respect for religion, tradition, your culture, from where you come, or what upbringing you have had. So it's not like rejection of religion for becoming pseudo-modern and cool. That is a stupidity, which we see from other planets. But in this case, Jupiter in 7th can show respect for religion, respect for tradition, spiritual life, philosophy, higher knowledge. It also shows the respect for cultures. So that is Jupiter in 7th, very favorable. Then at the same time, if Mercury and Jupiter both are well placed, 3rd house also, then it can enhance the communication. Very good communication, which is impressive, persuasive, diplomatic, tactful. It also gives leadership skills. It is you have to see combinations for this, but it is a good situation for giving business acumen. Not everybody is going to be becoming a businessman, but it shows business acumen. And Jupiter is knowledge, 7th house is the world. So street smartness, you know how the world functions, how it works. So knowledge of the world itself. Then 7th house is marriage. So in 7th house, see, this is somewhat a situation where you, as I mentioned, it tends to create certain issues. But for marriage, this is, you have to see many other criterias, many other situations. I've already made detailed videos on how to see marriage in the chart. But in 7th house, if Jupiter we are talking about, it can show, if it is well placed, it can show long, sustainable, meaningful relationship and marriage with a good spouse, particularly for females, because Jupiter is husband. But it can also bring gradual emotional distance, emotional dissatisfaction of some kind, and can transform the relation gradually from romantic one to a respectful, friendly, more related to where you learn from each other, and it leads to a more spiritual companionship, lacking that sexual intimacy which we conventionally see in relationship or marriage between two people or couple. because Jupiter is none of those things. Jupiter is spiritual life, higher knowledge, wisdom, renunciation, liberation, all those things. It does not have to do with the world. So in 7th house, no matter how brilliant your Jupiter is, it is going to bring these elements in marital life, and it reduces conjugal bliss over a period of time. Particularly if 12th house is also hampered, it will be very prominent. Then another point here is that it is also good for gains through marriage. And when I say gains through marriage, it's not like taking dowry. No, it's like gain of luck, gain of opportunities, gain of things, or learning from of any kind through marriage, through a spouse, after you get into relationship with a partner in your life, long-term partner. Then if good dhan yogas are happening, wealth giving combinations are there, then Jupiter in 7th house is a very good situation for material progress. It gives financial prosperity and abundance, assets, luxuries, I will say all kind of things in life which you want, that because it is aspecting 11th house of wishes and desires, so it helps you to fulfill them. And 7th house is pad prapti. Pad prapti means getting position. So it is good for, if such yogas are happening, other combinations are there, then it is good for attaining power, reputation, authority, name in your field of work, position. Then you need to see other combinations for seeing the fields, but it is good for management, administration, public service, politics, law, judiciary, business, media, mass communication, journalism, music, creative arts, public relations, customer relations, operations management, all those kind of things. You need to see how other yogas are. Then 7th house can act as Marakisthan. Marak means it is a malefic place which is not considered good, so it can trouble with respect to any area depending on chart. It will vary from person to person, but it can hamper some element of life as well in a negative way. It can be health, it can be family, career, finances, marriage, anything where it throws certain struggles, challenges, difficulties. And if Jupiter is supportive and other yogas are good, then it gives you recovery and helps you to overcome them. But some or the other way you have to face. That is the element of 7th. So we have seen what kind of good results Jupiter can give in 7th house. Now we are going to talk about the negative side. Negative side, that if Jupiter is damaged, by this I mean that it is debilitated and not undergoing Neech Bhanga, then it is in enemy signs, it is hemmed heavily in Pap Kartri Yoga, then it is sitting in malefic signs and getting retrograde, or it is in relation with 6th, 8th and 12th lords, or with Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, and in Navamsha chart it is not well placed. The zodiac sign in which it is sitting, the lord of that sign is not well placed. And last but not the least, Lagna lord, sun and moon, and 9th house and 9th lord are not supporting, means they are either ill placed or they are afflicted in the chart and they are getting weak, due to which Jupiter will lose strength further. And if Jupiter is a functional malefic, it is 6th, 8th or 12th lords, it will have malefic capacity to induce troubles in life as well, because 7th house is a Marakisthan. So the more these conditions which I described so far, the more they will be in the chart, the more Jupiter will become malefic, the more it will have power and intensity to create troubles in life. Now all the things which I am going to mention, treat them as a source of information. Don't jump to conclusions. See other planets in general for analyzing in detail and coming to a valid conclusion. So first thing, if Jupiter is afflicted and making any of those situations which I said, then what first thing, it can hamper the education or learning. So either it is troubling the in learning, memory, concentration issues are there, attention span is very poor, or learning disabilities are happening, education becomes a challenge. Either the education is suffering, gaps are happening, or education is not happening at all. Then or person does not have any interest, or they are completely clueless or directionless, don't know what they want to do, and things which are real, which are right, you never think about them, which are wrong, yeah, you are always obsessed about them. So that kind of thing, misdirection which we say. Then it can show desperate social validation because 7th house is society. If sun is also weak, it will be very prominent. So seeking opinions of other people and not letting know what I want. I am mostly guided by other people's decisions, other people's opinions, how other people think about me, and it inhibits my own ability to take control of my own personality and think wisely, in a sense that, okay, this is me and this is what I want. This thing is lacking if Jupiter is afflicted in 7th. Then it can also show that adharma element. So adharma means many negative traits can be seen, but again, treat it as a source of information. So adharma can increase. What it can show, that lies, blame other people for your own failures, manipulation, greed, selfishness, a wrong use of knowledge, cunningness, ingratitude, irresponsible behavior, shying away from duty, no commitment, no trust, then deceit, no sense of right and wrong, illegal, corrupt, illicit activities, indulgence in them, or any what you can say, any kind of malpractices which also lead to punishments later. Then, or disrepute, you lose your reputation because 7th house, 10th house control your reputation. Then initial rise in career or material progress initially, but later downfall and constant instability. It is really bad for marriage, because marriage and relationships both, because any of those situations can be seen. Either it is inhibiting the marriage or relationship, they are not happening, or they happen but no survival is there, or it hampers the health or life of the spouse, or it throws all kind of challenges in the marriage or relationship, like lies, distrust, toxicity, no commitment, trust issues, blames, separation, divorce, unhappiness, all etc etc, all those kind of things can be seen. Bad company can be seen, addiction problems can be seen, or certain habits which destroy your body and your life both. Then at the same time, Jupiter is childbirth, means it is the capability to have children and the children themselves. So childbirth issues, you have to see other yogas like 5th house and 9th house or Venus. If they are damaged, then it will be further more. So childbirth issues are there, either the means either childbirth troubles in having the child, or infertility, or like when you have a child, troubles to the child can be seen, or relationship with the child is really bad. Any of those things can be seen. Then failed, if anybody is doing business or all those things, failed businesses, career instability, financial crisis, financial instability, court cases, litigation problems, enemies are constantly there, where they are harassing you. Then at the same time, this troubles at workplace, problems at workplace, and growth becomes a really challenging thing in career. Then bhagya means poor bhagya. Bhagya means luck, fate. So Jupiter reduces that. So it can show, if it is good, it can show rise in bhagya, rise in opportunities, rise in fate, rise in luck after marriage. But if it is bad, then it can show downfall of bhagya after marriage further. So that can be seen. Then health issues, or because 7th house is marak, so if it is making yogas for health problems, it can show health it can give health issues, or all kind of troubles to the body. It can be in any form of health, or physically or mentally, or any other kind of problems in life, family issues, or work issues, or financial issues. It depends. Or it can also impact the longevity, how it is making the yogas. I'm just giving you an information. So all kind of 7th house marak results can be seen. Then it can also give a tendency where a person can be really judgmental, think they are right all the time, and living in self-denial, no self-acceptance of reality, and it enhances the hypocrisy, really makes person hypocrite and a bigot sometimes. And at the same time, it can also show rejection of religion, rejection of own identity, rejection of culture, tradition where you belong to, in order to move towards another kind of pseudo-modern approach where more identity crisis can be seen in the person. So these are some kind of results of Jupiter in 7th house if it is badly placed. That is why I said that it is a situation which you need to closely analyze. It has capacity to give quite good results, which I told about, but at the same time, if it is hampered, it will have really strong power to create a lot of problems there as well. So that is all for today regarding Jupiter in 7th house. I hope you understood what kind of results we can expect, both good and bad. So if you are new to my channel, subscribe below. For more, check on my website, Facebook page, Instagram. The links are shown in description. Otherwise, we'll meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.